need to still set up a few things here. How do I lock that shit and that shit? Is the Stola locked? No, she's dancing. Okay. There we go.
Oh, you stole. I was like, what are you talking about? Then I remember.
Yeah, yeah, my dancing is Stola in my setup. You know what's the saddest thing in this setup? Just like big fat ladders in the bottom right, bottom left is just like latest subscriber Ashton Bright. Because
Oh yeah, she got gifted a sub, didn't
yeah, because she didn't have before because she was constantly on HGX. Oh Jesus, what happened to the? Ooh, that's not good. Hang on, shouldn't be like this. The chat window's so small. Jesus, what happened to that thing?
Isn't this your second one? You've got two of these things.
Hmm?
I thought you got two of these things.
Two of these what?
The scenes. You've got one with like a smaller bar. Right?
I only have one and one that you copied. That's it.
Oh.
But for some reason, it's like it's really weird right now, so I'm just gonna reduce the height. There you go. I have to do it manually.
Good evening, guys.
Hello,
hey,
everyone.
Hey, Lucian. Hey, Kai. Hey, Ocus. Hey, Phil. Hi, Deza. Hey, Ozahar. Hey, Illyrian. And whatever, Bulk.
Wow! That was holy shit, dude.
What's up, everyone?
I hope you guys are excited. It's Rjork.
Our resident
It's me.
Near Eastern builder, as I call him.
Here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like your thing, so.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Okay, almost there. I think I'm good. I'm gonna adjust the chat while we stream, so welcome everyone. Hey Ali, welcome to the stream. Hey Faye. Is it the boys stream? Kinda, yeah. Tonight is also like we're 3 boys tonight, which is a rare occasion in general. So we'll see. That's gonna be nice. Yeah, sorry about the chat, by the way. Like it's gonna be a bit scuffed, so I'm sorry about that. Yo, thank you so much for follow, Dual Sloth. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. It's gonna be a bit small, but you know, that's just how it is.
Probably good enough for that.
There you go.
Smaller chat looks good. You can get more of it on screen.
True. Thank you so much for follow, Corgi Split. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. We didn't even start yet, dude.
Hey Naila.
Hey Naila, welcome to the stream. I'm just gonna. So did you touch my layout center? Well, you want to admit to it? That's alright. Welcome everyone. So, I guess we are about to start. I hope the volume is fine, everyone. It's still a bit
Have
scuffed.
you got music on?
Yes.
It's incredibly quiet.
I think now you can hear a bit more properly. Yo, thank you so much for the follow. What is it? 2D Romance or Toad Romance? Thank you so much. Hello Mikochi, welcome to the stream. Hello Tori. Alright. You hear the music now? Perfect. Yeah, it was just about to fade out. The good old lo-fi, you know it. Hey Alhazar, welcome to the stream. There we go. Alright. I guess we can start now actually. So tonight it is a boys' night again. And boys' night. So and today we have a very special interview in my opinion because it's one of my favorite stylized builders of all time. It's Rjork. Welcome to the stream, Rjork. Thank you for thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for having me. Pretty crazy.
Of course, mate. Honestly, I think this has been kind of coming for a minute ever since. This build, ever since this got shown on the charity stream, and it kind of blew everyone away.
Yeah,
I think this has been building up since then. You know,
it's all led up to this.
I was telling Ashton like when she told me. I was like, honestly, I didn't think you guys would like ask me for like a few more months at least. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was surprising.
we did pressure you into finishing stuff. Like you better finish this, dude. We need to show it off. Everyone has to see this.
Yeah, I was pretty threatened, that's for sure.
It's like, but it's so good, and even the garden is already stylized. So while we look at this, we're gonna ask you some questions because there are a lot of questions that we want to ask you specifically, and I'm sure everyone's burning to know them too. And
Yeah.
before we start, one second, let me just do one thing real quick. Let me switch the thing and the thingy. There we go. Okay, so first things off, dude. This beautiful stylized garden already fits the theme so much. I love it. And filling a garden with negative space is really hard for some people, but it's a great way to actually fill it because you don't really need many items to like cover every single area, but using the negative space to also lead you, like in this part here, between the ponds,
Hmm.
for example, is just so good. And the lighting is just absolutely beautiful, especially in nighttime, like right now.
Oh yeah, it's definitely built for lighting. But yeah, negative space, I don't know, just less is more a lot, I think.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So I
Definitely.
think yeah, it definitely worked out here pretty well.
I agree, especially in your style with like the oasis things and also the fencing and like you can't overload over foliage. You just need in some parts because that's how you decorate in your style. Because as we will see as we walk in, your style is very specific. So let's head in actually and
Yeah.
see what you did in this one specifically. There's many people who want to join already. It's really good. Hey Becky, hey Ari, welcome to the stream. But yeah, it's like a very special style that Rjork is. In my opinion, like he nailed it the best of everyone. And this is the one we saw in the walkthrough, like
Yeah.
since
Yeah,
said.
this was the donation stream.
Exactly. And just
Yeah.
look at this. Yeah, it's been such a long time since we've been here, right? Like considering how long ago that was. But it still holds up so well because just look at this beauty of a build. Every single detail in this one, like from the lighting alone and all of its special details in here. Just all of the amazing lighting on the floor, how it reflects and how it bounces off the walls too in this case. It's just amazing. Hang on, let me just get a little bit of a brighter shader in for this.
Oh yeah.
There we go, this is much better.
Yeah.
And it's just gorgeous. Just look at those little corner details with the plants. I mean,
I actually, fun fact, I actually changed those plans like last second before you guys came.
oh, you did? Is that kind of a thing that you always do? Like, change things last second before we come? Because that's kind of what it feels like at this point.
Not really to be honest. Like I think this build I changed the most before you guys came.
Oh.
These plants used to be okay, this is gonna sound really bad. They used to be like what they call the Oasis planter pots, you know, little white things.
Oh, I
Yep.
see. I see. I see.
Yeah, I did like a little star shape, like I usually do.
Yeah, the
And
starship is very
I
cool in
had
this style.
those. Yeah, I had those, and then instead of those plants right there, I had like 3 bonsai bushes to make it look like a bush. It was really bad.
Oh, I don't even
So,
remember that. Like, it's been such a long time ago, and your
oh
style
no no
has
no!
like.
Yeah, you guys never saw it. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
oh,
I'm
okay, I
saying
see.
before the stream came, like that's what it was. So
Oh, okay. Man, this is just. I don't even know where to go first. Okay, how about you introduce this build and like talk about it, like how this build came to being, and like this was your first like big attempt at the Oasis style, correct? Or like this
uh,
theme.
my second, unfortunately, I don't have. I looked everywhere and I asked everybody in the FC. I was like, "Do you guys have like old screenshots of the old medium we used to have before we moved?" And no one had anything, unfortunately. But
Oh, okay,
it
I
was
see.
it was kind of the same style, but not really. But definitely like the pillars and the
Yeah,
walls was based off that.
that
And
was.
fun little facts. I guess we can go in here real quick. I'll show you guys something that not many people know about this build, and like where I got the inspiration to for the look.
Oh yeah, I
I,
see.
I
Oh,
wanted I wanted to represent the FC a little bit. So if you look at the FC chest and the icon,
Ah, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, the emblem up there. Yeah.
it kind of represents like the Oasis pillars with the black walls, like
That's really cool to implement the emblem like that. It's so cool especially for this kind of style. I like the framing for it very well. Before we continue, yo, thank you so much for the raid, Lumen. Jesus, I was just there earlier when you were doing the Shadowbringers Tesla cutscene. But I couldn't, like, I had to set up many things for this stream, so sorry I had to leave. Thank you so much for the raid, appreciate it. Welcome, everyone. Tonight we have a special occasion. We have, like, a little designer interview with Rjork, an amazing, amazing Oasis themed builder, or, like, an amazing designer in general. And we're gonna dive into how he does his builds. Thank you so much for the follows, everyone. And it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna see amazing builds tonight, so you guys prepare for that, get some inspiration, and get some ideas how to do stuff for yourself. So let's go from the beginning again, because this alone is just already amazing. Like, look at this lighting here. This is what I really like about your builds, the way you use the lights specifically. Like, look at how the woodworking lamp reflects onto that FC chest and creates that cone, and the shadows from the painting too. And just this entire setup is just beautiful. Looks like a true throne room.
yeah, I actually love like direct lighting, which we don't have much as we used to. I don't know if you remember, but like the candles and stuff used to give off shadows, and then they
Yeah.
took it away.
I don't know
Remember
why, really. Like, that's been such a weird change, in my opinion, too.
that? Even I think it was the Hingen lamp used to do the same thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping for more stuff like that. But
I think slowly over time, as he introduces many like different kinds of light sources, and it's just so good.
But this kind of brings me to like a good kind of point, since you mentioned about stuff that's been changed now. Like, how long have you actually been designing for then? Because obviously,
ooh,
this isn't your first proper build; it's just the first one we've seen, right?
okay. Let's see. I started back when they released housing, but I wasn't like into it like I am now.
Mhm.
Like our first house was small in lavender beds. I think Div should have some photos. I don't know if you want to put that up now or later.
For the
But
very first one, oh yeah, we're gonna look at this later as we talk. Don't worry,
okay.
because that's such a different way. Like, this was like when was that again?
Oh god, it was like ARR.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't even know what patch. Probably a few patches, or like a month after the patch they released housing. Back
okay. Wow, that early. So you've been like
yeah,
around
back when,
forever.
yeah, but I haven't. I never took it seriously, like too seriously. I probably didn't get too serious until I'd say the end of Stormblood.
Yeah.
That's when I found Shay's lift anything video.
Yeah, the video that got
That's when
many
I was
people
like,
into it.
oh, yeah, exactly. That's when I was like, okay, like I'm gonna do some stuff. But yeah, so I've been going for a while, just not as crazy.
Yeah.
It's just
So
it's just amazing how you develop from like this, how you've been around for such a long time, but recently you've been just popping off with amazing commission designs too and stuff like that. It's just
Oh yeah,
gorgeous.
it's been a wild ride since I
Mm.
joined you guys.
So was this the first large that you built in?
Yeah, this was my very first large,
Yeah. And
and
so
I struggled to get a layout right.
I can imagine.
Like I
So
just
you,
ran into so many problems. I was used to building in a medium and smalls, but yeah, just to work around like the stock pillars and then the staircase and then it's an FC house, so I had to you know
Yeah.
uh have a space for the members to go into the chambers and whatnot. It was really difficult.
I can imagine,
yeah.
like, but this entrance alone for VFC chambers in this case, just the light you use behind this partition here. Again, the woodworking lantern did such an amazing. Like, I think this is like one of the best opportunities in this kind of style too. Like, one of the best additions too. But before it was all candles, right? Yeah, like you said.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
this is
I
just gorgeous.
as you can tell, like one of my favorite things about building is lighting. I just love it. It's so fun to do.
Yeah.
It just acts
Absolutely.
like shadows to me act as another item.
Yeah.
So that wall, this hallway would have been pretty plain without it. and just putting that there just adds so much.
Yeah, I mean, I think realistically speaking, lighting is kind of one of the biggest appeals of your builds.
I definitely
Everything,
agree.
Oh, thank you.
it's certainly kind of it's something that always holds up. Mage in chat asked, do you have any sort of background in designing stuff, or is this just kind of picked up from interest?
Not really. Like I used to draw a lot when I was younger. Not so much anymore, but I don't know if that like helped with anything with designing like houses,
Yeah.
but
So,
and then actually I used to, when I was really young, I used to do level design for like old video games.
oh, you were level
Yeah.
designing, dude. That is so
Yeah.
cool. Level
You know
designing
what's
is
funny?
such a cool
Yeah,
thing.
I used to do it for God, what was it? I think it was Jedi Knight, Dark Forces, I
Mm.
think. Yeah, I used to make levels for that game. It's funny, I would make all this like cool stuff and
It's
then never release it.
oh, so like, was it like a creative, like, was it a mod thing or like
uh,
like user created maps and stuff like that, or like was it officially something that you did?
I think there was no. Yeah, it was all user stuff.
Okay, I see.
So this kind of leads into a couple of other questions, if you're right with it.
Sure.
So, obviously, you're saying you don't have kind of any sort of background design. This was like the first large house you did. You said about your previous FC medium. That was Oasis as well, I take it?
Yeah, I kind of had the same thing going too with
Yeah.
the Oasis pillars and the black walls.
So then
It was totally different, but yeah,
you've obviously got a pretty
that was
distinct
probably
style. Like, I was going to ask, like, how did you get to kind of this point? Obviously, like, every house we're looking at today is in the same kind of style, right? Everything's kind of Oasis themed. Like, what kind of has drawn you towards that as like the thing that you're doing now?
that's a good question. I would have to say maybe it's just my love. I absolutely like love Final Fantasy Tactics and Final
So
Fantasy 12.
I can. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
we
Yeah.
can tell. We can tell. We can tell. Yeah.
Let me take a swig of water.
Man, but that's, yeah, you can definitely tell that it is a great influence on your building style. And is it something that you've been like into before? Were you always thinking about building something like that in 14 when you started out, or like was it something that just developed over time as we got more items?
Yeah, not really. I always loved like old Oak. I'm a 1.0 player too, so that was like my home city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I suppose
So
realistically, that's the closest thing we kind of had to anything Ivalus for like a very long time, right?
very
yeah,
true.
true. So I think just my love for that and the Ivalice games and always wanted to like build an Oasis style back in the day, but I think it was kind of hard to with the items we had to make it look good at least. And I think that's why a lot of people kind of like you know walked away from that kind of theme. It just didn't look too good back then. But I
Yeah,
think what we have now, like, this kind of works, I guess.
I guess we are the
Hopefully.
part. So would you say we are the part of a game where you can basically do everything to some degree, or because we know we have many like Oasis built items, we have many uh limbs and themed items, we have many even Ishgardian items at this point, right? But do you say
True.
there's
Yeah.
like a lack of some certain style that you would like to see more of, or like be interested in building?
Ooh. I actually been interested in like wooden and stone builds, especially like after like Synth's work and your work and Volk's. The
Oh
one he
yeah,
just put out, I really like Volk's
the
new
bar.
build. It's really good. Yeah, yeah,
It's really
it's so
good.
good.
Yeah.
I loved it. But yeah, I've been looking at a lot of woodwork lately, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I'm definitely looking forward to that because if you can pull something like stone and wood combinations off, and the way you combine different kinds of sandstone items with many different cleaner items too, it's just amazing, and I'm so looking forward to that. Okay, that being
Thank
said,
you.
should we move on to your next one actually? We have many to go through today actually, so
Yeah, yeah.
let me pull thing up. Sid, can you post the address real quick while I'll put the thing up and get
Yep.
there? So the next one is still on Hyperion. So tonight we are on the Primal Data Center on Hyperion and Ultros. But for now we are gonna move on to the Goblet, Ward 3, Plot 26. Chambers, yeah, we are gonna look at an apartment room today too, which is very exciting actually, considering how limited we are with apartments and the amazing things Rjork does with like floating things from the floor. It's really good. So let's see.
Oh, I think they were talking about the FC chamber,
Oh,
which I
okay.
totally forgot about. That's okay.
No, actually, I'm still here. So if you guys really want to see it and if you want to show them off, I can also show them.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna go. Yeah.
I think we got time.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
time.
okay.
So which
Yeah.
one? You're private in here in this FC?
Yeah.
Let's see. Add Q add. Oh yeah, it's an emoji. I was like, what? It took me a
Yeah,
second.
don't ask. I always do that face for some reason.
Ah, yeah, this one. This is another one we had in the picture. Also, thank you so much for follows, guys. Sorry, we didn't really keep up with them. It was a lot of them, so thank you so much, everyone. Yo.
Yeah, I think we looked at the chambers at the same time on the charity stream, right?
Yeah, we did. And
Yeah,
this
yeah.
already back then. This use of a Hingle lamp is just like, just look at this beauty. Just the reflection of the foliage on the walls and the floor.
Yeah.
And of
That
course,
That whole back wall was incredibly impressive for an apartment.
it's just so good. Like, the layering using the partitions here already is good, but just how the wall and the light bounces off them too, it's just so
Yeah.
beautiful, and I love
Yeah.
it so much. And
I
just,
think this is a big thing with like your light in particular. In this occasion, it adds like a lot of depth to the room, and I
Mhm.
feel like you're always really good at kind of highlighting what you need to, and then keeping the bits dark to kind of like draw it in when you don't.
Right.
You know,
Right.
there's one thing I really like about the way you use those single lights too. You have layered shadows, so like you have darker shadows here where my mouse is, and like it gets lighter and lighter,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
multiple levels of shadows because you have multiple Hinge lamps on different levels. Like up here, of course, the shadow's gonna be darker and smaller compared to one lower, and that's just so good because it also repeats with nice layering here on the wall, which is so good. I love it so much. Thank you for showing us that. I really wanted to show this stream too, and just look at those walls here. How it just how light is being casted. That's just like your way of working with light is just unmatched in my opinion. Even
Oh, I love
honestly.
it. Thanks.
Just
Yeah.
look at this
I don't know.
quality.
You'll notice with a lot of my builds, I tend to build like a centerpiece, like something that looks good, and I'll build around it.
Yeah, you definitely have decorative centerpieces in your builds a lot, and sometimes even multiple of them, so you don't even know where to go and look first, which is really impressive actually. It's so good.
That's kind of that is something like kind of interesting. So you say obviously you start with centerpieces. Is that
Mhm.
just you get an idea for one specific thing, you build that, and then everything just kind of comes around it, or do you kind of go in with like an idea for the rest of it anyway?
Like I usually don't have a set in stone idea. I usually maybe just something small.
Yeah.
Like for instance, this place. I wanted to do like something to capture your eye, like an Art Deco type thing. Like
But that definitely works with your style. Like art decoration is huge in that theme too, so that's really good.
like it kind of looks like it a little bit. Just
Yeah,
It's an artsy build. I love it a lot. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Let me blend in. Let's see. So, the next one is in Goblet, Word 3, Plot 26. Same server. If you have Rjork added, you can just teleport to his house, right?
Yeah, this is your personal, isn't it?
Oh yeah, this is personal.
Yeah, it is. And this one is a did I see it correctly? Was that a small?
Yep.
Oh, that's so good, dude. I love it so much. Just another variation because we just looked at a large house you did, and actually I wanted to ask, like, was the large one? What were the sizes you worked on? Like, did you slowly go from smaller to larger builds, or did you start experimenting with the larger builds first?
Ooh, smaller to larger.
Okay, so like a gradual improvement.
Yeah, so our FC house, our very first was small, and then we got a medium, and then eventually, actually we had two mediums, and then eventually we got the large, which is like 5.1 when they opened more wards.
Mm-hmm.
We got that house. But yeah.
That's so good. Welcome to the hidden hideout of a syndicate. Make some deals, step some backs, make yourself at home with an endless panel and sunset. Enjoy. I like,
I
again,
totally forgot I wrote that.
this is like a lore reason
Fun.
too, like a hidden hideout of a syndicate. That's so cool. Like a little bit of a
Yeah, I just
backdoor deal
wanted.
thing.
Yeah, I wanted to just, if people came and visited, I wanted them to get like an idea of what the build was, so they weren't confused.
No, that's really good though. Like this is important for from an outside perspective, in my opinion, because sometimes I wouldn't like I look at pluggers and they're entirely empty, which is a shame, honestly.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, let's head inside while we have daytime.
So that brings me to like
Oh.
quite a good question. Obviously, with that placard, you have quite a bit of lore in mind with these builds. Are these designed with a story in mind? Like, are they built for kind of like role playing or anything?
Not really, but I guess you could say they're like RP friendly.
Yeah.
Like if people came here, they would have no problem RPing.
Yeah, but it's not your purpose. That's not what you're kind of going for.
Yeah.
That's a good take on it, in my opinion. Building an immersive build, not like I think that's what I did too. Like I built for just the sake of building and like designing, right? And keeping it very immersive and lore friendly. But like that makes a great
Yeah,
template for
exactly.
role players, which is really cool.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh god. Oh yeah. I just go like just looking down the stairs. I'm already being so. I feel so invited. I'm just looking forward to see. Oh my god.
Warm and comfy.
This is this build. I remember this one was like, how did you come up with those chairs as your as your pattern on
Oh
the wall?
yeah.
We were so blown away from this. Oh my god, just you look.
Man.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
I'm
the
just in awe,
idea.
dude.
Yeah, the idea for those was like little wooden shutter windows, I guess.
Yeah,
Ah, I see.
I definitely see that.
Yeah, now I see that too. Now that you mentioned it. So at first I was like, is that wall decoration? But now that you say that, actually, such a great take on it, an amazing take on it, actually. And man, this view, the endless sunset over Fanalan, that's just so gorgeous, dude. Like the gradient coming from one stage panel and a few lights behind here, behind the partitions, it just creates such a realistic look and such a beautiful look too. And of course fitting Fanalan theme, because especially in orange style it's not gonna be too much of an issue or
Yeah.
like clipping of a theme or something like that. Thank you so much for follow, Rocket Baby, appreciate it. It's so good.
Yeah, this build I actually did very quickly. I think I only did it in like a day and a half.
Oh, what? This? Oh my god. In a day and a half,
Yeah.
and there's so many intricate details in the wall and stuff like that. Actually, Kai just asked, what do you use for the light gradient here?
Oh, I think I used the Hingen lights
Of course you
down
did.
there. Yeah.
They just have such a warm color to them too, and the cone
Yeah,
is
they're
just
great.
great too. Man, just look at
But
like
yeah,
at all the shadows being casted.
Yeah, after the FC house got revealed and got so much good reception, I just had to go. I didn't even have a personal at the time or an apartment, and you guys just got me so excited. I was like, God, I have to go like hunt down a house and build more for you guys.
Oh,
But
oh no! Don't say you built for us, dude. Oh my god, my heart can't handle that, dude. Holy shit!
no, honestly, I really did.
Is that
like,
really the reason?
But I lucked out. Like I just walked up to this plot and I clicked it twice and I got it. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Wait, really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
You lucky. Oh my god. That's so...
So
I'm glad that you were so lucky, because I wouldn't have want to miss out on this beautiful build. And just like,
too.
it just, so would you say that like the encouragement from the feedback you received from the community is something that like drives you forward even today? Or like,
Oh yeah,
How do you see
definitely.
that?
Yeah, definitely.
Ah, that's so. That makes me happy. Right, that makes me really happy. You have no idea. It's just such
Yeah,
a
seriously,
place.
like I would never have bought this house if you guys weren't so amazing.
Oh
You
my
know,
god, I'm gonna
like for
die.
real.
Oh, just. I think, yeah, like we said before, I only now saw the fireplace. I only now realized that it was actually there because I didn't look at it earlier. Because everything in this build is
Oh, it
just so
used to.
gorgeous.
That actually not. That used to not be a fireplace
Yeah, that's why I
when I
was
first
like,
built it.
wait, when did that happen? Because the first time I visited, it wasn't.
Well, it was when I finished, but I have a. I think you have one of the screenshots
Yeah,
of
probably do.
this build, just this wall right here. Okay, so this house was just supposed to be like a play space for me, just to build concepts and whatnot.
Oh, now then
And
you were like, I'm
then,
gonna finish it.
yeah, and so I was like, I'm just gonna build like a super high detailed wall, you know. And then I
Yeah.
liked it so much, I was like, all right, screw it, I'm
You
just gonna
continued it.
full build it. Yeah,
That's so
Yeah,
good, bro.
that's always the way, isn't it?
yeah, so it goes.
Yeah, we all like it. Kind of feels like it's a common theme with designers just going like, okay, I did this. I like it so much that I want to continue it all the way. Like Ashen, for example, the prime example of building one
The
small,
kitchen,
yeah, the kitchen or
yeah, that
the
kitchen's so good.
or the typewriter too, if you remember that. It was like a single item, and she built an entire house out of that. So it's like something very cool that I really like about designers being inspired to this extent. It's really cool. But yeah, such a beautiful, beautiful build. Just I can take so many screenshots of this place. I love taking so many pictures of the place because it's so hard to capture the feeling of this place in a few pictures, honestly, to post to Twitter or something. So I had to, like I did for your last build, I did like 3 different posts separately, if I remember correctly. Just look
It's
at
funny you
this
said that. Like,
shit.
with my last, the one we'll get to later, but the courtyard. I
Oh yeah.
almost, I almost, I almost posted it without posting any pictures.
Wait,
Cause
what?
yeah, I was like talking to Fang about this too. Like before I posted it, I was like, I wanted people to have that like shock, you know, when they walk in and like see it and have like no idea.
Yeah, that would be
Then
amazing.
I was like talking to Fang. I was like, dude, is this like a little too big headed to do
Too
something like
big
that?
headed. Yeah.
And he's all no. I was like, yeah, it is. So I didn't do it.
Yeah, why even you ask him for confirmation, but then he's just like, ah, screw it. But what I really like, look at the centerpiece. This is something that I also like. I think this was like you and Fang specifically do that very well with like lights in a centerpiece of a table with like chairs around, and the light bouncing off like that is just so amazing. Just look how much
Oh
texture it
yeah.
adds, just like and character it adds to like just if this would be light level 5. And just this light, without any shadows, it wouldn't have the same amazing and realistic feeling as it does right now. Just look at this, how it just looks so good. This looks like something out of like those high quality level designs you see in amazing DLC size Skyrim mods or something like that.
I think the thing that impresses me the most with this house is the actual lighting inside of it makes that window realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and it's just like if it would be just the window, it wouldn't be as good because the entire climate and like the warmth of the place and how the light would come in and create a certain color inside the room is not being created by this gradient because you can't do that in Final Fantasy, but because of all of the custom light around it, it's being created like that, which is just so smart. So light level 0 is the best. You cannot change
Yes,
my
it
mind.
is. Yep.
York agrees to
100%.
that. Cannot make it better, but this is such a beautiful place. Again, I could lose myself in here and like take so many screenshots, but I'm gonna do this later on too, if I have the opportunity. It's just so nice. Is this a place being actually used for roleplay? Like, are people actually coming over and like roleplaying stuff? Because like this is just
I
would be
don't think
amazing.
so.
You
I
should
don't
like
think
you should be
too many
like
people.
just put it like in Discord servers. Hey guys, I have like a hidden like syndicate place. If you want to do all your shady business and stuff there, just go for it. Like honestly,
Yeah.
like you can't have a better place than this area.
No, I need to hit up some like RPers and spread the
Yeah,
word or something.
and like you also get some connections going for like building for them because that's what I do. It's really good actually. All right, It's a beautiful build. I'll definitely check it out yourself, guys. This was an let me put up the addresses again. This was Goblet Ward 3 Plot 26 on Hyperion, so definitely make sure to visit it at some point later if you have the time. Shady business. You get it? Oh my god.
Jesus.
Yeah, plenty of peeps on Balmung. Yeah, I agree. People on Balmung will love us. We know how Balmung loves their old duffing, adventure
true.
style. So yeah. Okay, let's go check out the next one. The next one is still on Hyperion. This is gonna be the last one on Hyperion. And this one is gonna be an apartment. This one is gonna be Goblet Ward 3. Wait, is this just an... Yeah, it's just an apartment room inside the Broom Sultana's Heart or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
Sultan's Breath?
same ward.
Yeah. So Goblet Ward 3 apartment room 42. Yeah, 42. Alright. So I can just walk outside actually, now that I think about it. I was about to teleport. There you go. Yeah, Goblet is underrated. Like the Goblet style in general.
True.
Like the outside is gorgeous, but people like they get so bored out of it because they love their foliage and stuff like that, and so they are like, ugh. I like Gridania. I like the beach. They don't appreciate it enough, dude. If this was not a
Honestly,
subdivision, yeah.
Even from just a point of working with houses, like Goblet's in the top 2. You cannot tell me that lavender bed houses are fun to work in.
Huh? Easier to work in. Like this lavender bed houses are the best to work in my opinion, depending on the style you're going for.
If you have to get involved with the stairs at all, no.
Okay, yeah, true. The railing is bullshit. Like that's actually hard to do, to work with.
Noted. Staying away from there.
Screw the round balcony. Yeah, true. Enlarges. Very true. Well, let me just go into first person because road daddy's too big. I never said this. Man. Oh yeah, this was that one where you did the amazing oh, just look at this. This seating area. Tell us about this build. Go for it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say this is actually my first like low ceiling.
Oh
like
yeah.
I didn't even know people did it until I joined you guys. Seen all these like builds low ceilings. I was like, oh, I gotta try that.
Oh yeah.
So this was my first attempt. And actually, I did this during the Super Bowl that I didn't want.
You did? Wait, so
Yeah.
everyone was watching the Super
like
Bowl and you were like having it on the side, or like?
No, I didn't even have it on. It was Super Bowl Sunday, but yeah, I just finished it in like half a day. I got off work and I was like, oh, I'm gonna
That's so good.
do this low ceiling build.
Did you make this just to kind of play around with doing custom ceilings then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I did the ceiling first, and then I got the idea for these like step walls right here, and just went from there pretty much.
The walls are really gorgeous. I like this. What would you call that again? Like stepped? Like you said, step walls, but
like a stepped arch, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just so gorgeous. And again, the lighting job that you did here in an apartment. Like, guys, remember this isn't like an apartment. This is like the best thing ever. Like that's Galaxy Brain. Just like the ceiling detail too with the is that a canopy bed or something? Can't quite tell right now what it is actually. The ceiling decoration.
Oh, you're talking about the round part?
Yeah.
It's the Glade.
Yeah, canopy bed.
No, it's not the bed.
Oh, it's the seating.
It's that yeah, the circular seating. I forget the name of it.
Yeah, I'm not good with names in the first place, so.
Oh, dude, insane.
Yeah,
That's so bad.
It's hard to remember all of them. But look at this round shape around the bar area, actually, using the bats, the NPC bats too. Really cool. Such nice lighting. Just wow. This is so nice. This is a beautiful. Like, this is a great example from like an apartment built and like having a custom shape, because this is. You use almost, I think you went all the way to the back wall here almost, right?
I think it was pretty close. I misjudged it when I was making this build. As you can see from over here, there's some gaps by the door, but it don't bug me.
Oh yeah, that does matter. Also, don't worry about it. And also, you say some
Yeah,
item slots like that, so that's good.
yeah.
It's just gorgeous. Like the entrance alone is just good too. And when did you build this actually? Like, what was the date for this one? Super
Ooh.
Bowl. Like, I don't. I'm European. I don't know when the Super Bowl is.
Yeah, I don't even watch it either. But let me see. I could look real quick. Just give me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
I have to look at my Twitter.
Before we.
This was on February 4th.
19.
Uh,
Or we're like 20.
2020. Yeah,
Oh, it was on 2020 already.
yeah.
That's so good. Man. This floor too. Just so much. There's like, this is like your typical, your typical style assing, working with the light, with the shadows, having the sandstone again. I think every build of yours is sandstone build that we're gonna visit tonight, isn't it?
Almost, almost.
Okay. Well,
I was
this
gonna
is
say
interesting apartment.
this one actually kind of sticks out a little bit stylistically to the rest of them,
Hmm.
mostly because of like the tiled walls. Like
Yeah,
obviously
true.
you
Yeah.
built this kind of to get the ceiling, but like where was the inspiration for the rest of it? Where did that come from?
Uh, I don't. If I know, I don't remember, to be honest.
I
I
think you
just kind
used
of
it
like
in the previous
I
one too.
embrace the chaos. I embrace
Yeah.
chaos
Embrace the
like all the
chaos.
time.
Good.
I do. I just go. Yeah, I think I did the ceiling first, and then I worked on these walls here,
Oh, you did the ceiling first. Okay, I see.
and then that's I think I just kind of branched out from there.
Did
So,
you
like I'll just make like a bar because I think a bar is just like perfect for an apartment
mhm.
size. So yeah.
It's a very
Probably a
nice
good time to
lounge.
discuss it then. So do you just tend to like pull stuff from your brain most of the time, or do you kind of like look at Pinterest or in-game locations?
Not so much. I did though with the courtyard. I did look at a few like courtyard pictures to get an idea for that one.
Mhm.
But
It's very interesting
this one
concept.
no, I don't really. If anything, I think I do what Div does a lot. I walk around like old, whatever theme you're gonna go for.
Yes, good.
Kind of take it in, walk around, and then yeah, I just build from there. And sometimes I just get inspiration or ideas from just going housing menu for preview items, just messing with stuff, putting it in walls and seeing what it looks like, and then getting ideas from there. So one of the larges on Ultros actually got the idea from messing around in this build with the preview, with the palace pedestals. I just put them in like the
Oh.
cracks right here. I was just messing around. Oh, you know what? I would like love to like make a full build around, that idea, like lining the steps with the pedestal.
Ah, so I see. So the one that with like the pedestal idea was like introduced here, but actually executed the next one, basically.
Yep,
Oh,
it was the
that's such a
idea I
cool.
had for like a month.
That's such a cool idea. I think you used it like not only in the. You used them in the courtyard too, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. I don't think
Oh,
so.
I think I. Oh no, yeah, like, man, your builds are like flowing into each other like like chef's kiss levels. It's so good.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. While we're talking about like, actually, let's actually go there. So let's move on to the next one. Like, this was the
Yeah.
only apartment on the list. So the next one is
I've
gonna be large.
got it here. So it's Ultros Shirogane, Ward 14, Plot 7.
There you go. Let's see. I think Wolfrey asked something. Let's see what he. How does Rjork usually start his build? Set up scaffolding, fill the blanks, go really detailed for one part and extend until done. Lighting first, build around or build around it. Like, what is your basically your building procedure? Rjork in that case.
Oh man, that was pretty close. So,
Wolfrey already got it.
well, yeah, I would have, I'd mess around, come up with something cool. I was like, oh, that's nice. I'm gonna build around that. And then uh, my friends ask me this too. Like, they notice when they come and like, see me building sometimes. I always had the lights off, like 0 all the time. I always build with the light as I go, just to
Same.
make sure like everything looks good as I'm building.
What I noticed, like when I glitch stuff, I put it up, but then I turn it down immediately afterwards because I just can't really deal with the fact that I know it's not gonna look the same in the end, or like it's gonna look better, but like if you build in a dark place immediately, you will know if it's gonna look good if you place some lighting down beforehand already.
Right.
So do you generally kind of just go like section by section then, like complete each area and move on to the next?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I think Div should have some photos.
Sorry, of what exactly?
When
Sorry, I was still sorting
I've,
things out here.
I've just like early whips builds.
Oh
How
god, yeah, those.
how I
Hang on.
build.
Let's get them real quick. Where is it? So, actually, while I search this out, I wanted to ask you something else. When you do like
Yeah.
when you work on this house, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you do many commissions. Like you did one for Cleopatra, whose this house belongs to.
Mm,
So how do you find these commissions? Or like how do you find the people you commission to? You commission.
so that's a funny story, actually. I usually don't do commissions
Oh.
like at all. I did like one for a friend, which maybe we'll see later if we have time. And then I started another one at one time for someone I didn't know. It's like a friend of a friend's or something like that. But then I just got so caught up, so busy in real life. I had like 3 month jury duty case I was on. So I was
Oh.
I was like a juror, so I just had like so much time doing that. Working, I had no time to do it. So I had to bail on that one. And then after that, I met Daphne, which she has this house in the courtyard house. This is both of her houses.
Oh, both of
But
them.
yeah, it was totally random how I met her. So it was just like a normal day. I go into my FC house and I read the message book. Someone came, you know. It was like Daphne, blah blah blah. It's in like amazing house, you know, whatever. I was like, cool. And I kind of remember that name. Like it reminded me of a song I used to listen to. Just that name, Daphne.
Oh, oh yeah,
Oh,
right. When I added them in
so
Discord, I saw the name was definitely too.
so I was like, okay, cool. It's pretty awesome. And then when I got the idea for the palace pedestals, I was actually server hopping like all the time, just buying like a crap ton of like
Oh my
cheap.
god. Yeah, we're like
And then
5k each on different servers, right? Like they're super cheap.
yeah. And then I just got done buying some and I was like walking back to the crystal and I seen this, you know, Makode had the name Daphne. I was like, oh, I wonder if that's that person came to the build. Like, you know, I sent her a message. It's like, hey, did you happen to stop by, like, Miss blah blah blah? She's like, oh, the Oasis one. I was like, yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
What a way
and
to
then
find someone too.
yeah, and then out of nowhere, she's like, do you want to like build for me? And I was kind of hesitant because you know I don't really do commissions too often.
Mhm.
And I was like, I don't know. And then of course she said, you know, you can have complete freedom, do what you want. I don't even care. I was like, yep, all right, let's do it.
Those are the best clients, aren't they?
So
It's like
it was
really good.
funny too. Like first night I came here, I think she kind of worried because I like traded her like 50 palace pedestals.
She was like,
She was
what?
like,
What is he
oh
doing?
shit. Yeah, exactly.
I put up
But
some. Put up some of the VIPs you talked about earlier, right? And just look,
oh, okay.
this is the one we're in right now, and let me close this right now. Let me show you guys what he's created before I show you what what the work in progress picture looked like, because this build is just another gorgeous one. And might I say, the change from the plaster walls, the normal white partitions, to those marble walls,
Yeah.
like it's such a massive difference, especially oh sorry, especially because it can especially because you can get better shapes in because it fits the rectangle walls more because it's not such a stone stanny texture, but this is much
Right.
smoother. right? Which is really cool and way more like royal too. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
it's just so
It feels
good.
more rich than
Mhm.
the other build I did. But yeah, fun fact about this build: no Oasis pillars were used here.
This is very ironic considering your build style in general, but
Yeah,
I guess it's like it's a way too rough for this kind of high class style, right? Is that
yeah,
something
yeah.
you considered, or what was the reason why you didn't use it? Did they just work with you, or like did you try to make them work?
Okay, so I think the reason was I think smoother walls of those like complemented the palace pixels a little bit better
Hmm.
than that roughness the other walls have.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and then I know Daphne let me do like whatever I want in the first place, but I knew she wanted like something that felt rich, you know?
Hmm.
So that helped out a lot too. The look.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree that like it does look that way, but like the way your Syndicate one looked, it looked very fancy too. But this is an entire different level, in my opinion, because just the almost whitish, pale yellow colors are just popping so much. Because I think the walls white, or did you dye them at all? Because like
I
I'm not quite
think they're
sure with
white.
this. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like they
they're not dyed at all.
yeah, they look like very yellow because of the lighting, and again, lighting level 0 and custom yellow lighting does the
Mm.
job so well. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed with a lot of my builds with lighting, I tend to love blending like warm light with cool light.
yeah,
So I try to
this
do
contrast
like
here.
the moonlight coming out here through
Hmm.
the window, and it kind of blends in with the warm light.
I
I don't know.
remember,
I love doing that kind of stuff.
I remember
So,
coming into this build and was just so gorgeous, such a nice effect.
so that's kind of interesting because obviously all the textures in this build in particular against your other ones are like a lot smoother,
Hmm.
and then you've got more of a focus on cool light in here, whereas all your other builds are much more warm, like in general kind of the actual overall feel. This is a lot more cool with the smooth
Oh yeah,
texture. Was that like
definitely.
was that an intentional kind of choice with the lighting to kind of try and accent it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I really wanted to get those windows to work. I kind of struggled with these windows
Yeah.
to get the lighting to work good, but it just helps so much, like breaking up warmth of the house. It's
So
almost like you could feel like the desert coolness outside, you know?
mhm,
Oh, that's such a cool
totally.
idea. I agree with that. Because the desert can be extremely cold when it's actually nighttime, and just the feeling of it is perfectly captured compared to the warmth on the inside. It's such a great idea. Such a like this is the
Uh,
level of like consideration that he puts into his builds, which is something that I always appreciate about his style, which is chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
So you
Thank
said
you.
a bit ago you tend to work like a centerpiece to begin with. Was it just
Yeah,
the palace pedestals here, or was it like? Because I'm gonna be
yeah.
honest,
Actually,
the
no, it
thing that's
was.
the
Okay.
thing that strikes me the most with this build is this window for the kitchen.
Uh, I have a funny story about that too, though.
Oh,
So I had this going, and the kitchen wasn't even done yet, but I had this like window. I don't know if Daphne's like here or like listening, but she can back me up. Like I had this window going, but I didn't know what I was gonna do with it, you know.
Yeah.
we're thinking
And
about
then
an open window.
eventually, and then she told me and then she told me she wanted a kitchen too. I was like, okay, I never done, but like I can manage, you know. So I got the kitchen going, and I was watching, or I was like reading general chat in FD, and I remember this too. It was Ashen, I think Emo was talking about an open window to like a kitchen, and I already had this done, and I was like, oh shit, I kept my mouth shut, you know. I was like, oh man, I hope they didn't think like I took the idea, but it was pretty funny.
It's just like so nice how you made this beautiful frame, because what I also noticed about this centerpiece here is how you didn't like stop at a random point of a cube. You actually looked at the clean lines to make a perfectly symmetrical shape and the actual framing going around it. And
Oh yeah,
I'm such a sucker for that, because this is what I did in like a bathtub area that I did too, but never really published. And no one really does that. Like when they use it, they don't really pay attention to the lines, and just look at how he like lined it up perfectly around the edges. This is something that I appreciate. It just feels so good. I like it a lot. And
It
just
feels much more believable when it
yeah,
has that
Yeah.
like clear line at the edge.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
massively.
Oh,
So this is the perfect house for it, but Ashen left me with like a secret question to ask you.
Oh yeah, go for it.
This isn't any shots fired, just before I say this.
Oh shit.
So when you're kind of like with your process of building, you tend to do like a lot of rooms to the side. Right? I think this house in
Oh, okay.
particular,
Right.
you've got the bedroom at the back, you've got this raised area on the right. Is there kind of any sort of thought process on this? Or what is
Okay,
it? Because
so I don't know if I'm not watching stream, by the way, so I don't know if he's been to the bedroom. But
I haven't. I'm still gay.
okay, cool.
I'm just
No, it's fine.
mouth watering here at the kitchen.
Okay, so I typically love builds where you could see almost everything, every room you go to. So I kind of built this and my FC kind of in the same way.
yeah.
But then I have the bedroom around the corner over here, just because bedroom's more private.
Okay. So
So
there's an actual thought into the separation of it. It's not just kind of
Yeah,
like an
yeah.
afterthought or anything.
right.
Okay, that's
But yeah, I
interesting.
do love builds where you can just like another great example is someone I've seen that's done this is Fells, her latest one. I think it was a commission, but she had this like really cool like second floor that like sees like the bottom floor
Oh, you
and
mean
like
the
Oh,
big
with
open area, her FC house
yeah.
on Odin? Yeah.
Well, that one too actually, but
Oh.
I'm talking about her latest.
Oh.
I don't know.
was it the one with the little wooden handrail kind of slit window?
Yes,
Ah,
exactly.
this one. Yeah.
And I told her I was like, I actually like love like when people do that where you can just like see the whole build from like almost every room.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah, completely.
So like, not an open concept, but like having the windows to different rooms is something that you like in your builds, basically.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
I love it. It's such a different perspective for me because I usually don't like building rooms. I just like to build one center room and call it that. And actually that's very inspirational because I really want to get into that kind of style too. And just having the opportunity to look into the other rooms while making the actual transitions and like windows into the other rooms an actual feature of the build is just such a cool idea and so gorgeous, like you did here with the open area that I went into earlier with a window here. Such a beautiful,
Yeah,
beautiful piece.
yeah, especially after the FC house, I really liked just going to that VIP like raised lounge I have in there to the left,
Mhm.
and just sitting there and like seeing everybody like come in, walk around, do their thing. I just like that. So I just kind of always built around like being able to see everything that's going on.
Like a cat, just
So
being on
that's
And
top and looking at everything.
that's
also,
kind of the purpose of this
yeah,
lofted area. Then it's meant to be kind of like a viewing point.
yeah, exactly.
But like
That's interesting.
this place looks like a place where you just throw like rich people parties. I don't know, like the big open space in the center area, like this VIP area too. It's just
Yes, bunch of stuck up Oasis people.
oh my god. You remember when I came here first and I was like, I'm gonna take screenshots of a friend here. I never showed you the screenshots, I'm gonna show you later.
Oh,
we
nice.
did come and
Okay.
take some screenshots, so yeah.
I totally forgot you said that.
Oh wow, okay. I'm
Not
just
in a
kidding.
bad way. Not in a bad way.
Of course, of course. All right. Then we have one more. Actually, this was the last quote unquote build of yours, which is also my favorite. You know how I shed my heart
Oh
out
boy.
to you
Yeah.
when I first
Here we go.
visited it, and I'm gonna do it again on stream. Like it's just so gorgeous. So
It's funny. I was like talking to Sint, before the stream. I was like, dude, I don't know what he's gonna say when he goes to the courtyard again. He said so much.
yeah, it's so hard to put it into words again, especially because like I've seen so many builds of yours at this point, and I've shed my heart out to you right in front of you in text, but I don't know if I can like put it into words on stream. So this one is Shirogane again on Ultras. Ward 12 plot 16. So let me just teleport to this one. Is your private, yeah? Oh no, it's
No, this is
yours.
Daphne's house too.
Yeah,
Mission.
Daphne's. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, on your roads.
Gonna prepare myself to just kick back for 15 minutes whilst Div rants about this.
Rants. Do you think I'm gonna rant? Also, in the meantime, while teleport, I'm gonna show you the work in progress pictures that Rjork gave us. Yo, thank you so much for the follow, Free Own Sync. Thank you so much. So let me show you guys. So this is one of them. Like, this is the build we've been at just now, and just look how different it was. It feels completely different. Like, the ceiling was a different shape too, but you see how his
Yeah.
detailed walls are basically done already, and he worked around that, just getting the ceiling in
Yeah.
place and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was experimenting with the ceiling there,
Yeah, and I can tell
but
you,
yeah, that didn't work out.
yeah, with the plastered, like the floor tiles and stuff like that, it must have been a nightmare to get, not to get them up, but like decorate after it, because, you know, stuff snapping and all of the good stuff.
Oh,
The stuff we
yeah.
all used to.
This is pretty good evidence of you kind of working on focal points and stuff first.
Yeah, exactly, and
Oh,
look at
yeah.
this one again.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Yep.
you built the entire
That's
wall.
perfect. Yeah,
And
that's
then
a
you added
perfect
the
example.
and then you added the rest. It's just so good. Hang on, I have more because you have so many. You've showed us so many nice work in progress
Oh,
pictures.
before you switch the picture, you can see I didn't even have the fireplace in at that time.
Yeah, just the candles.
Yeah, it's just a candle.
So
Embarrassing, I know.
it's not embarrassing, dude. Oh, look at this one though. Oh, it's a diff special. Hang on.
Ooh, yeah. Only 2 people got to sell that, or see that rather.
Well, now it's a few more. But
So yeah,
just look at this beauty of a pre-planned exterior of a courtyard. But I'm gonna head inside in the meantime.
yeah. So, but that picture was like a confirmation I needed from like Thing
A
because
confirmation.
only yeah, I was just so like I said this so many times. I was so worried about this build, and I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work. Is it gonna be believable? You know, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
And then I showed Fang. He's like, dude, just keep on doing what you're doing. You're fine. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I
So,
definitely agree with him though, because you didn't only improve this by a lot. Like, this worked out already by itself, but you improved upon this look so much. And this open concept, I know what you mean. It's really hard to get right, but you absolutely nailed it. And I'm gonna show everyone how well you did that. It's just so good. Also, the garden very cute again. Just again the oasis trees and stuff like that. The negative space you use with the trees too. Just gorgeous as always. Love your gardens, like big fan of them too. I'm a sucker for gardens, but I'm bad at them, so I always appreciate them. But
I
yeah,
need more items in space, please.
yeah, please. All right, so this is one of my all-time favorite builds. Like, not even exaggerating. It's like one of my. I've been to this place a few times now without you knowing, and just taking screenshots again. And whenever I want to design a new character or something, and just like get some nice screenshots in with like simple grammar, I'm gonna visit this place because just
You're like you're like Shay. Shay does that a lot, to be honest.
really.
She's
Oh
like
my god.
always like taking photos in my like FC house or some of my other builds. I'll just run into her in G pose. I'm like, oh, there's Shay.
Oh, there she is again. But this is just. There's just too much to look at. I don't even know where to go. You want to like give us, honestly, just give us a tour. Just go ahead and like tour us for everything
Give
and
a tour.
go over everything, because I don't want to miss out on anything in this build, because it's just way too good to miss out on things.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, as you can see from that photo, I started out with this whole thing.
Yeah, this area.
It's pretty much the foundation this whole build. If this didn't look good, then I was gonna scrap it. But
Well, it did look good in the very beginning already, and you nailed it, which is really good. Like, I remember visiting
So-
this, and you were like, look at this globes, dude. And I was like, man, I saw them, and I already saved
Oh,
them.
yeah,
I already
yeah.
print screened it in my brain. Like, this is already something that I know it's gonna be amazing for different kinds of reasons in different builds too of yours, and I think you're gonna use this in the future at some point too again. Because
Yeah,
it's just
those
so nice.
it was bugging me forever, like those pillars up there, just so kind of plain, you know.
So you
But
wanted something in the center there, like in the square.
yeah, like I think I had plain banners up there, and I was like, nah, nah, that looks like too tacky, you know.
Yeah, I agree with
And
that.
it
Like,
took me forever to find something, and I was like, oh hell, the globe's so good up there.
man,
But yeah, I was really happy about that find.
the entire
Oh,
structure
bird.
work here. Just all the floated partitions using that sandstone. Just the way you use the top part of it and float it through the floor. It's just like something we just can't do without a floor below, for example. It's just like the
Yeah,
perfect framing. Everything looks like a courtyard on an elevated area. It's so perfect. And like the floor too, it's just the exact thing you would see in Egypt, for example. Like I've been to Egypt when I was very young, and man, it looks exactly like that, and it captures that feeling. And I think this is also part of this is also partially at fault why I love this build so much, because it's like it evokes something inside of me, like memories,
takes you
like.
back. Yeah,
But yeah, it takes him back, and this is also a reason why I love it so much. But just like all of the detail here, just all of the foliage too. This is like in true oasis,
yeah.
and
I actually had like a ton of fun, like messing with in this build.
you use so many different kinds of plants too, right? Like it's not just like this is not
Yeah, I
just like
tried to.
slapping wall planters onto the wall and calling it done and foliage done. Just like
Yeah,
using every
right,
different kind of plant you can find, but in the way that it still looks believable for the climate, which is really
right, right.
important for you, I can imagine, like because it's a very dry climate too.
Hmm.
Just
The
like
thing
this.
that really impresses me here is nearly nothing's actually reused. There's obviously a few things that are consistent, like your little oven windows, or like your
Oh, right, yeah.
bachelor chest mailboxes, but like all of the individual doors, it's all different.
Yeah, like I didn't even know I was gonna do, mini condos like this when I was doing this
Yeah,
build. I thought it was just gonna be, this tiny square area with a bunch of plants and then, this whole centerpiece, dome, domes and whatnot. And then, yeah, like after the fountain, I was like, it'd be kind of cool just to add like, tiny condos maybe.
yeah, completely.
The
And
condos are
then,
just so beautiful, dude. I love them so much.
yeah,
The
the
mailbox
mailboxes
outside.
add, yeah,
This window here, like I got a weird thing about this window.
Yo, I
I
know
love
what
it.
you
oh
mean.
yeah,
I know what you mean. It looks so believable. If like the pipe there too, it's like an actual house, and there's someone living in there. Like that's the best
yeah.
thing about it.
Now that you say that, like, I actually messed with the lighting. I don't know if you could see, like, under this crack here. I have a little Amarat light in there. You can see, like, the bottom of it, the sharp piece
So
that
yeah,
I
so
actually look
it
under.
reflects onto the shutter
Yeah,
part of the
it,
glade.
like, it hits up on the shutters on the door. So it looks like, there's light coming through. Like, oh, that was
Someone's
the
at
point of that.
home. Yeah, it,
Yeah.
it just doesn't look like it's a blocked off area. It almost looks like you can actually go there because it looks like someone's inside, someone's at home. And it's just so gorgeous. Man, this is it's so good. There's another condo here too. There's multiple condos here. So this one is where the where the actual guest book is, with the little
Yeah.
mailbox here too, and you just go up. But this is sealed off.
Yeah, so this one, the idea was, in my head at least, was, oh, this is like a richer condo, more expensive. But these people are on vacation or something.
Ah,
And
I
they
like
have it
that.
like blocked off.
No, that's so
Or like
smart
out,
though. And like their house is centered too. Like it's not just like a one in the corner and stuff like that. It's just like very centered.
Yeah, this one's the cheap boy right here.
Cheap,
Cheap budget.
cheap boy, yeah. The corner one, but look at this step. Look how it goes around the corner. It doesn't lead anywhere. Like you can't open the door or something. But just like, and that window here, man, this was the big thing for me. Those windows, the style you have, and you also have them on the outside of the buildings. But just having that little
Oh,
window
for sure.
there
Yeah.
is almost one of my favorite parts of this build.
It does. I think it really, to me, it really sells the illusion of, these are like little condos.
Yeah, the Near Eastern
They
kind of
look,
style too.
Yeah, the windows look so good on those kitchen.
I'm actually using them right now in a build, but I'm not. I didn't talk to this about
Ooh,
anyone, so I'm gonna keep it a secret.
ooh.
Like I like this combination of the sandstone pillars and the Hingen pillars here.
Oh
Very
yeah,
very smart.
that was a happy mistake to be honest.
Oh, you just place them inside of each other, and then we were like, oh Jesus, that actually looks really good.
Well, actually, there's two. I think there's two Oasis pillars, and then one Hingen pillar. I think two of them are floated. No, yeah, the Hingen pillar's floated.
Ah, I
One of the
see. I
Oasis,
see.
and then one of the Oasis pillars is floated,
I
and
see.
then
So it
one more
creates that
Oasis
like,
pillar. Yeah, it just kind of layers it in a weird, unique way, I guess. You could
man, that layering though is just like so beautiful. So like you would think this is like everything. This is like the courtyard already, but like there's more. Like there's windows here. There's like in a building you can actually go into. Like it's just like how do you have so many item slots here? Like with all the plants too. It's like 400 item slots only. But this place, this is another great example of what you
say.
told us about with the contrast of the very warm and cool lights.
Cool. Yeah. Hmm.
Just this aquarium here behind there, and like this little pond, just like a very nice detail. And
I'm
then
actually
this.
glad like people noticed that little pond is so small.
Yeah, it's very small, but like that's what makes it so realistic. And then just look at this beautiful area. Like just imagine you meet like you this is a courtyard area, so it's like multiple houses and condos, right? And then you have
Hmm.
this little area where you just meet up and just like have a drink with buddies and like just talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just stand here.
It's like a little social place for the
Yeah.
residents, I guess you could say.
And like the detail with the sand again, those little water features to the side. This is one like this is almost an exact replica of what I saw in Egypt, with a tiled insides of a water feature and the sandstone exterior, and like this brings back so many memories for me. And like the bottom part using the Hingen table here, that is just so gorgeous. Like it doesn't only add like
Oh yeah, make
it
it shallow. Yeah.
it makes it look much more shallow because it's dark compared to the outside of sandstone and the light blue color of the tiles too. And the fact that you floated, like I told you this when I first visited, but the most impressive stuff to me was that you made use of the blue tiles only and not the white part of it, because you floated it further into the wall back here. And man, that's gorgeous. That is so beautiful and such a
Yeah,
smart thing to do.
yeah, getting rid of that white part on the tile just looks so much better.
Definitely,
I
because
was
like
really happy how that turned out.
it looks so much more natural.
Hmm.
And also another feature I really like about this one here is like the trim of the far eastern bathtub here, but also those corners, like those little metal corners sticking out, and placing uh, a vase here. That's just so
Oh yeah,
smart.
yeah, yeah.
Making use
Yeah, I
of it.
forgot about that.
But was that another happy
Yeah,
accident?
yeah, it was.
Of
So I
course it
started.
was.
Yeah, that's how it always goes, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I did this area right here first,
Oh, you did the
and
cereal.
then
Oh, okay.
I noticed, the little metal part hanging out. So I could plant there and like use it or something.
It's
So yeah, I
freaking.
did it over here too.
And also another great thing about this is not a blocked off area. So like it's not just one room. You use again just using those doors, the wall, just for using the water makes it feel like it continues and creates an illusion of a bigger space, even though this is already a big space by itself. But just
Yeah,
it makes
yeah.
it
I wanted.
so lifted and realistic.
I actually struggled with this area for like a week and a half.
A
It took me
week
like 3 weeks.
with this
Yeah,
weak
it took
area. Oh my god.
it took me like 3 weeks to do this. It was like my longest build ever.
Oh,
But
wait.
this area caused me the most trouble. Actually,
What was the reason
you know
for the
what?
trouble?
It just didn't look good. I actually have pictures that I took for Ashen because I took. Okay, so what I had, I didn't like, and then Daphne, the commissioner, didn't like it either. I was like, yeah, you're right. I'll just try to get some inspiration. And then
Yeah.
I think Ashen just finished her item shop build, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna go take a look at that. You know, just get any kind of inspiration I could. So I went there, and I went to her private house before it got torn down. And I actually ran into her. I was like, oh, what are you doing? Blah blah blah. I was like, oh, just trying to get some inspiration. I showed her some pics, so I can actually send those to you. I actually forgot to do that with her.
Yeah, send them to me. I can pull them up on
Give,
stream.
yeah, give me 1 sec.
In the meantime, I'm gonna go over and check the upper area out. Because, ah man. The way also this goes up, right? Like, this shape here. And the continuation all the way up here. Oh, Jesus, Volko went all the way up. He looks like an assassin up there. Do you see that? That's so cool, dude. I like that a
So,
lot.
would you say this is the build that you've struggled the most with?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Like
what?
everything was going good until I got to this.
The side room.
Yeah.
Did you struggle with the verticality of it? Because obviously it can be quite
I
difficult to kind of get the
did.
sense of scale.
I did a little bit, but there's one part. Okay, so see that wall right here where I'm standing?
Yeah.
If you look straight up, you can see that window. That wall up there, I accidentally deleted that wall.
Oh no!
And
Oh no!
this is when I had like 5 like item slots left. I was like, oh my god, I was so mad.
Oh
But
god.
yeah, just imagine trying to raise another wall through all of
All
this
of
stuff
this
I already had
mess.
down.
Yeah, dude. Oh no, I had this a few times too, and I took what I usually do when that happens. I take screenshots beforehand, tear everything down, and place it afterwards again.
Yeah, I actually did it the hard way and just
Like just
try to
like
lifted it. I
try to.
powered through it. Yeah,
Oh my god.
it was
And
really bad.
I also have some pictures of your very first build.
Oh, here we go.
So, do you want me to show
I
that
don't
off first,
know.
or do you want to show me the struggle part of the struggle picture you didn't show Ashton yet?
I'm trying to look for the pictures right now, so you could pull that up.
Okay, hang on. Oh my god, this is like so this is from. God, I know it. You did say ARR, so I kind of feel like this was like around that area when you started.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So, oh god, where is
Don't
it?
mind those. I'm like sending you photos.
Actually, I'm gonna pull this one up. I'm gonna pull this one up first because it's like such a different approach to this. So this is the first rotation of that side room where we were in, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that looks completely different. Like that doesn't look like the
It
build at
doesn't.
all.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It just didn't have that, like that push. Like, ooh, that's good. It
No,
just kind of looked plain.
I actually disagree. I like it a lot. I
Really?
I do
That's funny.
like the room you have right now. Of course, I like it more because like you
Yeah,
mentioned
definitely.
features. But this one is another thing I think you should bring back at some point because this is a gorgeous shape. I like the scent, like as you walk in and you have the areas to the side too, like the
It's
tables.
proper like temple vibes.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah.
And
I think I was trying to go for more of like a hookah / tea room here.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
I guess you
Yeah,
can
that
kind of feel
shows.
that.
Yeah.
Opposed to the one I did was more tea room.
Oh man, it looks a bit more rustic. Like it, how do I? It looks a bit less communal because this entire area has like this communal feeling, but this one looks more temple-y, or even it's a weird mixture between temple and residential in some way. It's hard to explain, honestly.
I kind of get you. Yeah.
Here's another
Yeah.
one of the that you showed. Oh, I really like how you stagger. The way you stagger those sandstone pillars is just so good.
Yeah. When I was talking to Ashton and showing her these, she was like, "I actually really like, the pillars right there and how I staggered them." I was like, "Me too, actually." But I was going to incorporate that with what I have now, but I was just like, kind of passed, just left it alone. But I really like the way that section looks as well.
Would you consider bringing something that you built before like that back in a different build?
Uh, yeah, I guess so. I don't know if you noticed, but I like to keep one house like a certain style and something totally different for the next. Like each house doesn't look as it's Oasis still, but it doesn't look the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely get it. I definitely get it.
I try to do that as much as I can, but
And
yeah.
now,
Okay. Oh boy.
now in contrast, also thank you so much for
Yeah.
the follow, Feng Hanatora. Appreciate it. Just look at this. This is ARR because you can tell from the
That is
furniture, right?
ARR. Yeah. That's probably a month after they released.
Housing?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, dude! The good
Back when
old
like smalls were 10 mil.
man. That was like you only
Yeah.
had oh god, what was it like in AR? Because I didn't play at that time. So how was housing there at that point?
There were so many free. I'm on a legacy server, and there were so many free plots. It was really expensive at the time, and I think smalls you can only put down like 50 items, and we didn't have a basement. We didn't
Oh
have
my
FC
god.
houses. Yeah, so pretty much this was me just getting stuff from like FC mates and throwing it around, you know?
Oh my god. Well, you didn't have much to work with at some point, anyways, right? Like that's all
Yeah.
you had back in the day. So that was after your days doing the level designs in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, okay. So it was still like newer.
hmm
Man, that is just like.
Oh, you know what I just noticed? I've
Hmm.
never noticed this before. But if you look at that picture, yeah, but
Hmm.
look at the floor. You see the floor?
Yeah, that looks. It's so weird. Like, did they
What
copy?
the
Like,
hell?
what happened to?
I
Okay,
never noticed that.
I have a better shot too. Like, look at this. Look at the floor there. Why is it like this?
Yeah, what the hell? I
Was
never
that
noticed
like
that.
in
That's
the
wild.
I kind of like that. Not gonna lie. um,
Yeah, it's the same.
yeah, Kai just said, why don't we have that? I think we
Yeah,
should have
for
like a
real,
variant of
KY.
it. Yes, and like this reminds me of like the planter floors, but for ones that O did too. It's just so good. Man, that's like
Oh yeah.
so nostalgic. Could you dye things back in the day? Was that a thing? Or did you just have to
You
do with what you
I
had?
think you could. I think you
You could,
could, yeah.
you could, yeah. I mean, I remember AR housing, and it was just, this is it. This is
It was
exactly
bad,
what it
yeah.
all looked like. Yeah, it was all like it.
Like everyone's house looked the same. Everyone had the banners. Everyone had that Oasis counter, you know?
Dude,
Like it was no big deal back then. Say, okay,
I
you got
see
a house.
this to this day. Honestly, just a house
Yeah.
filled with NPC items. And speaking of NPC items, right? We had a contest on FD recently. You can do so much stuff with just NPC items that I don't.
Oh yeah.
I just don't get that people like stick to the ARR formula. So, would you say, as someone who would start doing housing, right? Like someone who's new to the game, or like someone who's just recently got into it, right?
hmm
What would you recommend them to like do? Like look up inspiration first, like mess with the items first, or like get into crafting or something like that?
Yeah. I mean, sure. Looking for inspiration is always like a positive, no matter what. But yeah, I think since the NPCs sell so many items, like we didn't even have that back in the day.
Yeah.
We had a craft or like buy everything we did.
Oh, so wait, there was no NPC items back in the day?
Nope,
Oh,
not like that. Nope.
oh my god, no wonder housing was so expensive.
Actually, I think there was, but you can only buy like city-state pictures.
I
Oh,
think so, yeah.
like
That was like
Whip and
it,
stuff like that.
I mean,
and they were like
Div,
40K each. What the hell?
just for perspective, Div,
Mhm.
people didn't glam during A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah, that's
like
true.
The system was there, no one did it.
I think this is how housing felt back in Heaven Sorted Stormblood, like the beginning of Stormblood, honestly, because I knew no one who did housing, and housing stamp was the only resource, and that basically looked like ARR still. But we can see that the possibilities at this point are endless. Like creating something like this, you can't even do dioramas like big size dioramas like this in other games that have a way more in-depth intricate housing system. Like I think you can place things pixel perfect in, correct me if I'm wrong, but Elder Scrolls Online, I think. And I haven't seen anything remotely close to this. And that's a game where like realism is in the big center because it's like a game that really focuses on this realistic RPG, Western RPG stuff, right? But this is like
Exactly.
a JRPG. People like customizing in JRPGs, but level designing is not something that is really common, especially in MMOs. Like looking at the
Right.
big ones, like World of Warcraft, for example. Um,
Hmm.
but I think if 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 a company, a gaming company that releases the games, gives you the opportunity to do stuff and like gives you many different things, like okay, of course it's important that you can glitch stuff. Like that wasn't a thing back in the day too, right? Like
Yeah, yeah.
if you have the possibilities, people will go nuts. Like absolute nuts, like you do, for example. It's just like unbelievable what you can create. Because I could never come up with something like that if I wouldn't like spend hours and hours and hours on that and have a very in-depth understanding of how our structure works and how realism is important and something like that too.
Yeah, yeah.
This brings me to a question I actually wanted to ask, and I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Oh,
Mhm.
You've primarily, after the point of like the glitch and everything, like the float anything glitch coming out, you've primarily done goblet builds, right? Like,
Yes. Ever since the Shay video.
so do
Yeah.
you think the level of immersion that you've managed to get with that is just because you're repeatedly doing the same kind of theme, or do you think you could translate that to like a different style?
Uh, I think I could translate it to a different style. I mean, look at like Div's item shop build. Like, there's so much stuff. All the floating coming through like the base and whatnot.
you were a huge
So,
inspiration of that, by
Because I
oh
asked this
really?
because plenty of people will be like, I do this style. I'm not very comfortable doing this because I don't know how to approach it. Do you think you could just kind of pick something up and just kind of take in all your knowledge you've got, just like take a decent run at it?
I'd like to think I could. The I just recently came across like one of my good friends on Hyperion have like three of us have like a build space house, I guess. We can just like go crazy. And I actually been like messing around with stone a lot in that bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I could show you a pic. I think I have a pic real quick.
Sure.
It's nothing crazy. It was like a quick 1 hour put stuff up. Like you'll see a lot of div in this picture.
Oh god. So what I want to say is like when I was doing the Raktika item shop, right? I was the structure that I was doing the stone things. I think mainly using very unconventional items like the Mason Farouk stuff, Mason work stuff is just like also partially because of you, because I saw what you can create with sandstone, right, and floating things like pillars through the floor endlessly. So I was like thinking maybe I can create something similar with different kinds of items and just floating things around for structure, because before I was a very like I wasn't really into natural or like foliage and stuff like that. But after seeing
Mm.
your builds and how you implement foliage into your builds alongside structure, I was very inspired to do something similar. So was also partially because of you why I created that build. So that was a huge inspiration from me, which I
Oh
really
wow,
liked.
that's awesome. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's like
Holy crap.
it's embarrassing to admit. It's like it's I want to share everything as much as possible, but sometimes you don't even think about it, right? So
Right.
sometimes you get influenced by other designs so much to a degree where you start doing something unconsciously, basically. Oh man, dude, those pictures. Yo, Mason Work
They're
Fireplaces,
okay.
big fan.
They're okay. Yeah.
Hang on, I'm gonna. Can I show this on stream? Are they fine with that? Or like, did
Oh
you
yeah,
build this?
that's why I sent it to you. Yeah, that's me. That's my alt for my just going crazy building whatever I want.
This radiates big Mardona vibes to me.
Actually, oh yeah, it kind of does, huh? I actually did that like 2 days ago in like an hour
Well,
or
okay.
so.
Well, what a
Nothing,
what a great timing
nothing
for
too
that.
crazy. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, I really wanted to mess with the stones, the stone fireplace, the mason.
It's so good. Yeah, Ali, I did say that it was embarrassing because it's like I look up to Rjork to the degree where it's starting to get embarrassing. This is what I mean. It's you know, I knew it. Also, Bane, we are gonna open the quest soon as we sorted things out, but it's gonna be soon, definitely in the next few weeks. So we're gonna keep you guys updated. So don't worry about it. But look at this beautiful structure using the stone. It's just so gorgeous. And again, the way you work with the cold and warm lighting, just super nice. Once again, a beautiful example.
Oh yeah,
And
I
also,
love it.
I see
It's so fun.
I love the framing with the stone around the crystal window. It reminds me of a thing that we did with the whatever the hallway I built on stream. I
Right,
think
right.
we did
The
something.
Guardian.
No, no, no. It was the when we built hallways, and I built this long one with the, like, making the stone framing the crystal windows, so you don't see the crystal window stone itself, but just the masonwork fireplaces.
Oh, right, right. I think I
So
remember that. Yeah.
yeah. So hang on, let me put up the other one where you see it a bit better. There we go. Just look at this beauty. And again, he built it in this entire corner already. Like everything else is just like, but it's
Yeah, I
just so
think some
good.
of my Hyperion friends are in chat. Like, I just did that in front of them for like an hour. We were all just messing around in there.
It's just so
But
good.
yeah, I actually had a blast like working with something that's not sandstone for a while. You
It's just like, did you put a rope stanchion up so fans can watch?
know. I did not. I did not.
Just
That
put
was
it
the
there.
house owner. She did that. We were
Oh
like
shoot!
blocking off sections where you could build.
Oh really? So, so they were like, no, you don't enter this, like, work in progress stuff. Please don't
Yeah.
touch it.
Like this is my area, and then behind me is like my friend Lulu's area.
Oh
So
man, it's just so good. Hang on, let me put up one more that you showed me. Man, I can't. Where is this? I just, for
let's
reasons. Oh, again, another
see.
angle. Yeah, this is like definitely. I think the main reason why I think like it radiates like um.
Oh, the house where the it's on Hyperion,
Oh, okay, it's
Lavender.
okay. Cool.
I
I'll
mean,
visit later.
yeah.
the main
I mean, you
reason
can go there whenever.
the main reason why I think it's reminding me of Mardona because of the bookshelf, like the manor bookshelf and the stone combined. Like the way the books look reminds me a lot of the either the Waking Sands or the Rising Stones,
Oh,
both.
Rising Stones, yeah,
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
they use the same book kind of bookshelf of the books and the shelf and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Man, that's
Yeah,
so.
that's funny you say that because I never thought of Mordona until you said that.
Now you gotta build a Mardona build. You know that, right?
All right,
Oh shit!
locked in.
Perfect. But yeah, this is
So,
amazing.
are you actually intending to kind of branch out away from goblet style then?
So I just took a drink of water. I've been thinking about it. I do have a build lined up. I'm just waiting for when she's ready. A friend of mine, and she does want like a machinist type, steampunkish uh room.
So,
Okay.
do I hear
But
Sky Steel?
yeah, kinda. Yeah,
Pog!
you can say that.
Big fan.
Actually, yeah, that whole area you just saw was like me like practicing with ideas of for her what she liked
If you
if she
need
wanted to go with something like that, you know.
if you need any like steampunk ideas, like pipes and metal and stuff, I can.
Oh my god, those new items.
There's just so much. I want to show you so many things when it comes to like steampunk and stuff like that because recently we've seen amazing steampunk designs too
Oh yeah.
On the JP servers, for example.
Yeah, lots of them.
Yeah,
Oh right,
like you can
yeah, a ton.
like we since I built that Sky Steel thing, right? I see many people expanding more into the metal kind of style, which I really like. And then after, like, they combine things like extremely modern, dark things like the Garlean style, like the Magatech kind of steel, combined with the
Hmm.
steampunker style, which was like very popular back when Alexander was released. And combining those two things, like features from one to use in another is just like so good. And I'm so looking forward to seeing you do that style because you add such a level of detail in your builds that I can imagine I will see so many extremely detailed walls. It just depends on what exactly the structure is going to be because it's been very unique to each build you've put done so far. So, like, no build of yours look exactly the same as the others, even though it's the same style, basically, and use of the same items,
Yeah,
which is really
exactly.
impressive.
Which is really hard to do.
I can't imagine, dude. Like, I mean, you're not reinventing the wheel, but at the same time, you're creating still an entire different thing.
Yeah, especially because like I personally think we're like really limited on sandstone. Okay, we had the top of the Oasis partition,
Hmm.
which I floated up a bunch here. As you can see, we had the Oasis pillar and like the half partition. That's like all the sand in
Yeah,
this
I
game.
agree.
So just trying to work with those three items is kind of pain in the ass. But
You know, right now I'm working on a sandstone build, but less sandstone than red sandstone, and I can't get it to work at all. Like, I'm doing an Alamegan quarter build, right?
oh, awesome! Yeah, okay.
Which you are a massive inspiration for. I've saved so many of your screenshots just to like have ideas. But the issue I mainly have is like the fact that I don't have red sandstone and I can't recreate that look without making it look too western. Like
Yeah, that's
this,
another.
you know, have like those big quarry kind of redstone blocks,
Mhm.
and it's just like so ridiculous, and we don't have anything similar to that in the game, sadly.
This is another thing I meant to add on about the limited like sandstone items.
Hmm.
It would be so much better if we can like dye it. Like imagine like
Yo,
dyeing these pillars
same.
or you know,
Well, like having,
so
you know
just
what?
sticking to that color just
I would really
it sucks. It
love.
still looks good, but
I would really
I'm
love
sorry, go
like.
for
So sorry, I was like, I wasn't sure when you were gonna finish.
it. Yeah. Yeah,
what
yeah, go for it.
what I would really like to see is like thicker bricks, like in the sense of like not having those tiled walls or like the Western orange bricks, like the smaller ones that you can fit in the palm of your hand, but like an entire
Okay.
like pyramid block of sandstone. That would be
Oh
amazing
yeah.
because that would
Even just as
already
an item by itself would be awesome.
yeah, like okay, of course the item slots are gonna be like oof through the roof, um, but it's still gonna like you can still work with it, which is fine. I don't mind that at
Right.
all. But man, I'm just so looking forward to what you can come up with in the future too, and expanding on different kinds of themes too, because this is also something. Would you say that it is important for a designer to either like have a special style or like branch off to different kinds of themes,
Uh,
or a combination of the two even?
I don't necessarily think you have to have a certain style. You just got to find. I think it's important to find what you love and then do that first and like perfect it. Because I think that's what I kind of did.
Mm.
You know, Oasis style was never popular. Like even to me, I didn't like it back in the day too much, just because you couldn't get it to work.
Yeah, but
But
now,
like if you keep on going and then like just find something that like clicks and then just makes you want to build.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
it made me become a better builder uh, in its own.
Oh, it's important to always make sure that you're doing something you enjoy. Right?
Exactly.
yeah, I highly agree with that. Like, while like from personal experience, also, thank you so much for follow Lord 66. Thank you so much. From what I can say is like I love doing the Ishgard stuff myself back in the day. But at some point, I got to a point where I was like, I always wanted to do so. The way you always wanted to do something different, even though you have the same base, like
Exactly. Yeah.
this is what I also did with Ishgard. But at some point, I personally just said to myself, I pretty much did everything you could. I know there's more, but I somehow want to try to do different things. So back in the
Yeah.
day when I did like the metal stuff for first time in Rhapsody's FC house, like back on before the server split on Goblin, was it? I think. I was so new to this, and it felt so different to not use wood and like limit yourself. Like just saying, hey, I'm not gonna use sandstone anymore. It was just so different. But it was such a great insight in how you can combine different items too, and like explore the not color palette, the furniture palette that SE
Yeah.
actually gives you, which is really important in my opinion. And I
Right.
think, what would happen if you look, if you do another theme or like work with another theme entirely, you find certain pieces and bits where you go like, hey, I can use this for the actual thing I did back in the day, but in a new way, which I really like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
It's a real struggle. Like I'm still on break from building. Like after this one.
After this one, I promise. Really, this is the last one.
No, I really did. I think I started this one like 2 weeks after I did the other Ultros house we just went to,
Hmm.
the Palace Pedestal one.
Oh yeah, this one.
But
Yeah.
yeah, just like I've been thinking like this whole time after I finished one, like what would I do to make Oasis again, but something fresh and new, like I tend to try to do,
Hmm.
and I am just stumped right now. No idea.
I
Yeah.
think that
Sometimes.
sounds like the perfect time to branch out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
actually, why
exactly,
not?
exactly. Yeah,
Go
But
play
yeah,
with something else, and maybe you'll find inspiration in that.
yeah. Right now you're
yeah.
experimenting with a stone a lot, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll see something amazing. They like no pressure, but I expect the
Yeah, no
biggest.
pressure.
I expect the next big thing. So.
Oh god. Oh god.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for follow, Taisho Life and Alan Bean. Appreciate it a lot. Also, Lord Six just said I just really like. Oh, hang on. I have been. I am what you'd call a WoW refugee in this game. Has so many options and things to do. I often feel that I'm totally getting my money's worth, dude. You will drop into a hellhole. Like housing is just housing. Like that's like a super niche thing not many people do. But as you can see, we have an entire podcast series around it because you can. It is something that is dictated by the player base instead of content being dependent on Square Enix, right? Which is something I really really like. Like in my opinion, that's the best thing about housing. That it's not Square Enix, of course, releasing new items every major patch, but that's like months in between, right? But we just create new things all constantly, and creating those new things constantly is just what makes housing great in my opinion. Just having different minds, different approaches to housing, just like Rjork, like it's such a unique style, and no one to this day, no one gives a shit about Oasis styles. Like no one does that. And
Yeah, what the hell?
yeah, exactly, we need to improve that. Like I myself did it once maybe, like, and I called
Ellie,
it bad. And,
Ellie,
huh?
Ellie's new build is amazing.
Alleys too. Oh
Yeah,
man,
it's so good.
and
She did.
the harem build
She
too.
left it.
By
Yeah. Oh yeah.
that's just like, and the Moroccan one by
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
oh god, who did the Moroccan
Tamiya.
one? What was that Simia?
Yeah. Oh no.
The Moroccan build,
Ah,
that was Shay.
That was Shay. Okay, I wasn't sure if
That
it
was
was.
there we
Shay,
go.
Okay,
yeah.
it's just so many good things and so
So,
many good pictures.
was there anything else you wanted to show us, Toriok?
I do
Oh,
have a address for a very old commission I did. It's
very
my
old.
very first commission. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Where is it?
Let me get
Is it
the address.
is
Hold
it
on.
also in Hyperion?
It's on Hyperion.
Oh, okay, good. Can we teleport there? Can I go there actually?
Yeah, it's in Lavender Beds. Let
uh, can I do?
me.
If I probably
Oh,
have to
not
switch
a
characters.
friend teleport.
Okay, in
Yeah,
that
no, you're
case,
fine.
I have to swap characters real quick.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, let me get the address real quick.
Mhm. Do I have a character that has access to lavender beds in the first place? Is the question. Oh, I do. He's an Ultros. The name is great too. Chad Thunder Tank.
Okay, I'm gonna post this in Twitch chat.
Mhm. So Hyperion lavender bats worth 20 plot 53. So was it also a sandstone one, or like it's your first commission, right?
Nope. Yeah, completely different from anything I ever done.
Wait, do you have a character I can friend? No, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what was it like? Like, just give us an idea before we actually go there.
Okay, so swap servers real quick. Um, this is from a friend of mine that wanted a. She wanted a Ilmeg / Oriange house, like cabin, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not to the T, like the one that's in the game, just to get the feel of it. And she's like, yeah, just she told me that those two things that she wanted. I was like, all right, I'll try.
And
And
do you think you accomplished
yeah,
that?
yeah. I mean, it's not my best work, but I think I had a ton of fun and I loved working just because it was so different. This was back in like 2019, I think.
2019. Okay, so before you did
Yeah,
the major things of your stone style,
yeah.
kind of. I see. I see. People say this every time when it's the 11th hour house before we end. Let's see. I have to go there, so you guys have to look at Chat Thunder Tank Walk. Unless anyone wants to give me a ride.
I'll come pick you up.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm outside the usual gate thingy. Where's the thing? Oh, the music stopped, I think. 1 second.
Yeah, I guess they're watching all here right now.
There you go. Oh, Ashton asks, I wanted to know your thoughts about how you pick and choose jobs. As in, like, commission jobs?
Oh,
I think we talked about this
um,
earlier, right?
yeah. I can say it again. Pretty much friends. I'll drop everything and like build for. They needed something, and then with like other people I don't know, don't typically do it. But as I said earlier, like how things worked out with Daphne and how she just told me like, hey, you can have this house and just do what you want. No, I want this, I want that. Just complete freedom, and that's what sold me. And that's what sold me to do that. So stuff like that, like complete freedom, like always sells me.
Same, dude. Like, when I can do whatever I want, like, I even asked on
Yeah,
servers, like, hey, can you guys just let me do whatever I want? I'm gonna do it for free for you. This
yeah.
is
I don't
also...
know.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Just if people like tell me all these like little details that they want, it has to be like this. You can't cut off. You can't do like a one floor build. I'm like, oh shit, this is
Yeah,
gonna be
exactly,
like
dude.
really
I
bad.
feel the same way. I actually
It's like
have
this isn't gonna look really good.
a similar story. I was on Balmung just messing about with a friend of mine, right? And I met a person, and this was the first commission I actually did, so it's almost exactly that. And she was also like, "Hey, you can do whatever you want. This is what I basically was thinking. Can you do something with it?" I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah. It's Asian. I have never done it. I hate it, but I can try it," which was funny.
Yeah,
So let's see. So this one was Lavender Bad, War 20, Plot 53.
but yeah, I love this build. It was really fun to do. And then she did the lawn, which is really good. Opinion, I love it.
Oh, there's a lot of people here.
Oh, really? People already parked outside?
Oh,
I have long loading times today. So 53. Which was the closest Ether, right?
northeast sub.
Thank you. So if someone approached you with a different style, even if you had time, would you tell them to go somewhere else? Like, do you like? Are you just saying, "Hey, I know someone who would like love to do that"? Maybe.
I've gotten a few. It's funny. I get a lot of my FC style. I feel kind of bad too, because like, oh, if you do a commission for me, would you kind of do it in your FC large that you did. I'm like, nah, just because of what I told you guys earlier, that like that look kind of based it around the FC logo, you know.
Yeah.
So I just felt kind of weird like building it someone else too. I get a ton of people asking me for that.
Yeah, I can imagine that people want your things, your designs in their house specifically too. I had it a few
Right.
too. Like sometimes just like, hey, how much? Someone was on Twitter was like, how much do I have to sim for you to do this in my house? Which was really funny. Also, what happened in this place? Why is okay? So why is Noah here? Like Grahatia, Crystal Sand. Like, what's the deal with those people? Are they like part of the FC?
Yeah, well, yeah, like I think they just RP NPCs, to be honest. But they're all like that's it. Oh, there goes Div. We lost it.
Listen, I'm sorry, but ask me about my crystal tower. Just fucking killed me, dude. Holy shit. Oje ist thou angry that mine own pussy poppeth and thine own does not. Man, those people are beautiful. Oh, I love them so much. Where's Crystal Sandwich? I saw him
Yeah.
earlier. Sorry, I'm getting distracted, but those people are beautiful. I love them. So what's your description? Cry in
Yeah, they're
5.3. Understandable. Did you do the garden too?
No, I didn't.
Fuck.
She did.
She did it? Oh, okay, I see. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm sorry I lost
really
it. Dude.
good.
That was way too good. Oh, she used the glitch. She glitched inside the house and made this nice arch here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's beautiful. That's such a
Like
cool
that.
idea, though. I never considered
Mhm.
that. Wow,
Yeah, I wouldn't even have thought of that, to be honest.
that's beautiful, dude.
It's really cool.
I'm sorry. All of my laughs scared you. Oh my own. I'm sorry, Tori. I'm sorry that I scared you, Ken. I'm so sorry for my search. If I dude, don't be sorry if I. Oh wow. Oh Jesus. So I guess I could tell what this is supposed to be, huh?
Yeah, definitely Ilmeg and
Oh, I
I wanted.
see. Looks like a mix
I
between
really,
Ilmek and like Lakeland.
yeah, I wanted to do a lot more like floating through the ceiling, but due to the basement, I couldn't.
Oh, I see. The basement was the thing that they wanted, probably, right?
Oh, this
Yeah.
is really cool.
Oh, this is. Wait, hang on. This is still beyond. Wait, why is Volk? Oh, Volk looks like orange.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice. Funny.
What do we have here? Oh, this wow, so many people are here. Ah, so this is when you first started working with layers and stuff like that too. Looks like.
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
man.
So
Look-
were they really specific in what they wanted for this place?
No, she's actually here right now. She's right here.
Who is she? What's the name exactly? Who of those massive
Right
amount of
here.
people?
Right here, sitting down.
Ouyangé?
She just said, she seriously just said, I want an Ilmeg slash Origange like cabin. I was like, all right.
That's
And then she was gone. I think she was gone for a few days, if I remember. And then I randomly like went in. She like handed the keys over to me one night. It took me like 2 days to get started. And
oh,
then
man.
yeah, I just walked in and this is what I had, and she loved it. So here it is.
It's so busy looking. I love it so much. You know, is that a thing that you would consider in the future? Revisiting builds with a certain style and just doing it again with your current knowledge?
Yeah, I think I would.
Because like,
Like I would love. Like I think I was talking to her the other day about this. I warned her. Like a lot of people might come here for a stream. We were talking about like redoing it. I actually would love to like
do it.
just from the knowledge I know now, than opposed to what I had when I did this. I think it would be really fun.
I
but-
think you could do something absolutely amazing, like the way you use small houses and the limitations we have, and still make it look very, very good. It's just very impressive. And just so good, man. It's beautiful. Have you seen the other Oriange house that someone built? Was it Culp that did it? Like she used a
Ooh.
large for it. Hang on.
Yeah,
It's
I don't think I've seen it.
it's a very beautiful. Like I think it was like the exact replica of like it was the same style as yeah, there it is. It's the same style that the that was used for the Rjork house, with like the big open area, you know, like in big open concept.
Oh,
S
okay.
and it's not possible in a small house to this extent, sadly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why I had to just, you know, kind of reimagine it for the small.
Hmm. Hang on, let's see. There it is. There. This one. Oh god, it's small. Fuck. Why don't you move?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that.
And then you just like big open
It
concept
has
like that.
the top part with the bookshelves, just like
Yeah,
Oriange.
it's so good,
I
right?
love it.
I love it so much.
So good, yeah.
It's great inspiration for that. And there's also another that I want to show. It's like just something that you would love to revisit at some point. Just like the idea of revisiting old build stuff like that.
Oh yeah, this is a large.
This is large, yeah. And they
Okay,
just
okay.
blocked every area outside of it off and just used that basically, the main area. I think it is a large, like, or is it not? I'm not quite sure actually right now, but I think it is.
You know, it might be.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think
a
there's
lot.
stairs to the right. from
Even
the
even if not, I
description.
think you could do something similar. But yeah. Yo, thank you so much for the follow, Diana Prince, Yua As, Mimi Mieli, and Shroyero, Facey Real Daron. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you so much, Lunosphere. But that's really cool. Like, I think you can make something like that in this ceiling height too. And man, I'd love to see you do every sorts of builds. Honestly, I think you have like your mentality would be like you couldn't apply this to every style. Honestly, this was in
Yeah,
2019, right?
yeah, it had to be like uh December, maybe before that, just before 2020, maybe.
Oh, okay, I see.
I don't exactly.
Sometime after 5.1, right?
Yeah.
420. These stairs are really cool. I really
mean,
like these
yeah, the
staggered
curved.
curtains. Yeah, the curtains going up.
Again, like that's the first thing I built. Like
Yeah.
I built it around those stairs right there.
Yeah, there's always one main feature, and then you expand upon it. There's multiple main features. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had
this
a
is-
I had a crap ton of fun just building this place. It was so different from what I do. I mean, it could definitely be improved from my knowledge, but still, I come here every once in a while,
Just so nostalgic. And
just check it out.
you said they stream in this house or something? Like people visit this? Or like,
I don't think so.
didn't you say something about like you want to read it because also people stream and visit, or did I
Oh no,
misunderstand?
no. I was saying, I was talking to her the other night, like warning her, like, oh, you might have a bunch of people coming from a stream.
There's more people of
Coming
her
here.
place here.
Yeah, true. What's up with that, FD? Huh?
Oh god, I'm trying to find like a good. Can we like sit around for this staircase, because I think we're about to wrap up. We're all like we've been at it for a while, and I just want to get like a nice screenshot of everyone in here and at your staircase that you made so nicely. Oh, actually, let me save it in all chat. Can you guys come to the stairs for a nice finishing screen? There we go. There's so many nameplates in here. Let's. Oh, everyone actually came here. That's nice. Oh, that's what Ashen said. I really like that race first area. It's really inspired. It's testament to how much the owner loves it, appreciates it too. It's if it's been around like this. It's
Oh
very
yeah, she's
beautiful.
super happy with it.
Let's get a screenshot of
I was really nervous that she would hate it.
Oh, you thought she would hate it? Why is that?
Oh yeah. You know, just it's just something I'd never done before, and I was kind of nervous about it.
Uh, well, there's definitely not a reason to be nervous about because this turned out amazing too. And I think I can speak for everyone when we say we're all looking forward to your next projects and looking forward to what you can come up with, especially now that you're trying a new style that is already like it's it's still not used a lot. Like the stone style is also not used a lot compared to like in general, people fear stone.
Right.
I feel like they like wood, either wood or modern, one of those. But yeah,
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, hopefully soon I can show you guys some more stuff.
hopefully, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah. With that said, thank you all so much for coming to our interview with Rjork. We were all looking forward to that since Rjork is
Yeah.
a very respected designer and
Oh,
more
please.
more importantly like a great friend. Like he has been around in FD and in our community for a while. As you can tell, he's been here in like part of the community and housing since ARR, like way longer than we've been around. And he's been an inspiration to many people of us. Speaking for myself especially, I love his builds so much, and they have been a great influence on the housing community in my opinion. Like I think you actually left an everlasting impression on everyone with your kind of style and just the way you work, even though it is chaotic, just focusing on the centerpieces and stuff like that. It's it's just an inspiration because people can use that knowledge, and just that little detail can spark such a big like mayhem of like inspiration for someone out there. And imagine just one person just finds that one build you did and just expands upon it and the way you work and create something beautiful in the future. It just like makes me happy to think about even. So thank you so much for being part of this
Yeah,
amazing community.
It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, mate. Like getting a chance to pick your brain. I'm sure there are plenty of people that wanted to know, how you come up with the stuff you do. So
Yeah,
it's been a
definitely.
serious
Thanks.
pleasure, mate.
Thank you so much, guys. For like, I was not expecting to be on here for a long time, to be honest. But a big thank you to like the whole FD community, what you guys created. I said this before somewhere, but you guys are like the shining light of 2020.
Ah!
With all the chaos going on, I just love waking up and like seeing your guys' memes or bullshitting, whatever you guys do. I just love you guys. You guys are amazing. So thank you for everyone for being you
Oh,
and enjoying my Oasis work.
my heart. Ah, York. Ah, I love this. This is beautiful. Thank you so much, dude. Yeah, but everyone, like, if you're still not around, like, VFD community, like, fashion decoration server, our sister Discord from HGXIV, where we all basically come from. Like, this was our like little cesspool where everyone came from, and we share so much there, and there's such a big sense of community in the housing area, especially. We share ideas, we present our stuff, get feedback, get help, and I can highly recommend checking it out and just being part of it because it's an experience that everyone that we interviewed so far shared too, especially since they are mainly on FD. But can only highly recommend it too for you guys to join. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. We are gonna rate someone. So if you have a streamer that you like to support or something, and you guys want like go and check out, just let me know. We can look at some. If you guys have any suggestions, I'm gonna check in a second too.
Something else to mention. I am going to be streaming tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm going to be build streaming by myself. I'll be starting around 2 p.m. EDT.
Oh god, EDT.
Yeah,
Thinking.
so that's it's about 4 hours before the time the podcast started today, and I'll be streaming, 3 hours or so. But yeah, I'm gonna be streaming some building, so that'll be on the HGXIV channel. I'm gonna tweet before it goes out as well.
Very look forward to that, everyone. We're gonna leave you guys some information, and it's gonna be building stream, correct?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be another insight into our messy minds and how we do stuff. It's gonna be very interesting. So I'm gonna send you over to Chili chili farmer. He seems like he's been 1 year on Twitch and playing Final Fantasy. So let's surprise him with a nice raid. So let me see. Let me get him on stream. So say hi from us. Tell them how great of an inspiration Rjork is. I'm sure they have nothing to do with housing. They're doing casual content, but please be nice to them and you know. Enjoy the rest. Definitely enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on since stream tomorrow. Since I'm not gonna be there in voice, but I'm gonna be chatting with you
Yeah.
two guys. Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend.
Have a good rest of
Thank
your
you.
weekend, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.
I think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
Yes,
much.
bro.
Hang on.
What
Let's
is
see.
this? Oh my gosh. Hello.
Anniversary.
HG14. Thank you for the raid. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Welcome, raiders. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much, HG14, for the happy anniversary. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is our 1 year.
You do? Yo, go take a piss.
Twitch
Hang on. I'm gonna
anniversary.
listen to what he has to say for a
And
second.
Thank you, Dahlia, for the, is this a rapier? What is this? What is this? Oh, it's earring. That makes more sense. Thank you. Oh my gosh. How's your stream? Let me know all about your stream. I'd love to know what you're doing. And welcome on Nyla, Peachy Momo.
One second, Rio.
all
I'm
the
just
raiders coming
gonna
in here. I hope it was a great
tell them
a
in a
great
second
time.
what we
If you
did.
don't know who I am, I'm Chili. We're doing our 1 year
Yep.
Twitch anniversary. I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. As of late, I love JRPGs. We love Steven Universe here as well. Steven Universe is, those are kind of the things we end up talking about a lot here. And yeah, we're just a positive community, positive space, LGBTQIA inclusive. I'm an LGBTQIA streamer myself. So yeah, that's what you can expect here. We have a raid video, if anyone wants to watch the raid video. Riku, yes, Riku, aka Kingdom Hearts-ish. We did some housing. That's what our podcast is about. Oh, how you do housing podcasts. That's very cool. Looking forward to the hangout and chill stream. Yes, it's chill, but it's also like keeping the same vibes as we always do here. Your character's in this. Yes. Oh my
What is it?
gosh.
Tiff
We stand.
vibes.
We support it. That's so awesome. So yeah, you do housing podcasts. That's so cool. I haven't gotten into housing yet, but even though it's kind of hard to get housing, unless I don't know. I haven't looked too much into it. I've just been to other people's houses, but it's really fascinating how how much you can do. It's very cool. But welcome. Let me show you the raid video. It's a thing. It's a special little thing. Yeah, enjoy it. It is the thing. Raid video. Yes.
Okay. I'm closing the stream. Sorry, Rjork. I just wanted to like let them know what we did real quick and like after the raid and the host and stuff like that. I hope that's okay.
Oh yeah, you're good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh man, that was so refreshing and good. Man, I had some like brain farts, so like I paused it sometimes because I was just like, ugh, fuck me.
Oh,
How
dude.
do it's like so late for me in the evening too, and I was like trying to put things into words because in text I can do it much easier than just like saying it outright, especially in front of
Yeah,
an
you're
audience.
I was actually like super fucking nervous.
You were super what? Sorry.
Nervous.
Oh no, yeah, I couldn't tell at all. Like you did such an amazing job. You were very open. I love that a lot. That was an amazing stream.
Like I was telling Stint before the stream, I was like, yeah, I'm usually good, talking to people, blah blah. Yeah, that's fine. But like, when I have like attention and like 100+ people watching me, that's when I'm like, oh hell no.
Yeah, we were at 120 constantly.
Yeah, I noticed. I tapped. I was like, oh shit. My mouth is like so dry right now from being nervous. Holy fuck.
It's very cool. Also, I noticed that we're still streaming, so everyone can still hear you. Just a little surprise for you, Rjork. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone's probably still. I sent all of them over, but some people can still hear us. So
Okay.
please check out the other streamer too. I'm gonna end it here. So thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend.